Hi everyone, welcome to Chandan Logics. You all know that students who are preparing for bank, SSC, railway, police, defense, CSAT and other competitive exams are very familiar about Chandan Logics. Why the reason is, Chandan Logics have trained lakhs of students, and out of those lakhs of students, already thousands of students secured government jobs in various sectors. Now, how this is possible to us? This is possible to us only because of our expert faculty team and our exclusive designed curriculum for examination. If you observe our expert faculty team, each and every faculty is having vast experience and they're having in-depth subject knowledge based on the present examination pattern, and they have trained lakhs of students. And coming to our curriculum, we have designed our curriculum in such a way that our video lectures are completely digital interactive video lectures where we are going to teach each and every subject in depth, complete concept oriented teaching and complete time saving techniques based on the recent examinations. And we are going to conduct mock examinations also. These mock examinations are exclusively based on the real-time experience of what actual examination is going to happen. And we are going to provide you complete concept-oriented PDF materials also. If you are a serious aspirant and looking for the right platform to achieve your dream job, download Chandan Logics app.
Let us discuss the next pattern of questions. Now we are going to discuss questions based upon bowling average. To solve questions based upon bowling average, we'll be using the same technique whatever we have used till now. But before solving the questions, I will explain you what actually bowling average is meant. And after that, we'll be solving questions based upon that. Okay. So let us look what actually bowling average meant. Bowling average. So what is meant by bowling average? Bowling average is nothing but total number of runs given divided by total number of wickets taken. So simple definition, bowling average is nothing but total number of runs given divided by total number of wickets taken. We'll discuss this with a simple example. Let us example, there are like two bowlers. The same example, one is like Dhoni and one is like Sachin. Now if you look at Dhoni, number of wickets, Dhoni has taken 10 wickets, and number of runs given is 80 runs. If you look at Sachin has taken 6 wickets and number of runs given is like 30 runs. Now if I ask you to calculate what is bowling average, bowling average is nothing but number of runs given by total number of wickets taken. Number of runs given by Dhoni is 80 and number of wickets taken is 10. So we can say that bowling average of Dhoni is 8, which means for every 8 runs he is going to give and he will take 1 wicket. If you look at Sachin has given 30 runs. Yes or no? Sachin has given 30 runs, whereas number of wickets taken by him is 6 wickets. Now his bowling average is 5, which means Sachin is going to take wicket for every 5 runs. Now I can say that Dhoni bowling average is 8, whereas Sachin bowling average is 5, which means Dhoni is going to take wicket after every 8 runs, whereas Sachin is going to take wicket after every 5 runs. Now if I ask you the question, who is the best bowler? Now some of you may say Dhoni is the best bowler, but truly speaking, Sachin is the best bowler, but not Dhoni. Why? Because in batting average point of view, if your batting average is more, you are the best batsman, and if your batting average is less, you are not the best batsman. That is the reason in batting average point of view, more batting average, you will be the best batsman. But in bowling average point of view, it is going to be the reverse. Now whoever is having less bowling average, they are going to be the best batsman. Now in this, Dhoni is like 8, whereas Sachin is like 5, which means Sachin bowling average is less, so Sachin is going to be the best bowler when compared to Dhoni. Yes or no? Why? Because Sachin is going to take wicket after giving every 5 runs. He will give 5 runs, he will take a wicket. He will give 5 runs, he will take a wicket. But when you look at Sachin, when you look at Dhoni, what happened to Dhoni is going to take wicket after every 8 runs. He will give 8 runs and he will take 1 wicket. So that is reason, in terms of bowling average, if your bowling average is less, you are going to be the best bowler. But in batting average point of view, if your batting average is more, you are going to be the best batsman. Okay? So this is nothing but simple definition about bowling average. Now let us look at questions based upon this. A cricketer whose bowling average is 12.4 runs per wicket takes 5 wickets for 26 runs and thereby decreases his average by 0.4. The number of wickets taken by him before the last match was. Now look here, this is really important. Sometimes they will ask question, number of wickets taken by him till the last match. And now this question is like number of wickets taken by him before the last match. This is like really important. Now how many wickets did he take initially? We does not know. Let us say this is n. For n wickets, what is the bowling average? For n wickets, bowling average is 12.4. Now what happened? In one match, he has taken 5 wickets after giving 26 runs. So he gave 26 runs and he took 5 wickets. Due to this, what happened is bowling average decreases by 0.4. Initially for n wickets 12.4. After taking 5 wickets extra, now it is going to be n plus 5. And bowling average, what happened? It is going to decreases by 0.4. Decreases by 0.4. Which means new bowling average is going to be 12. Now your question is number of wickets taken by him before the last match. Before the last match means I need to find the value of n. Yes or no? I need to find the value of n. Look here, again go with the same technique. If you look at left hand side difference is how much? Plus 5. Right hand side difference is nothing but minus 0.4. Do the calculation. Left hand side difference multiplied with right hand side bottom number. 5 into 12 is 60. Similarly, right hand side difference multiplied with left hand side top number. So minus 0.4 n is equal to how many runs here? He has given 26 runs. So it's equal to 26. So from this I can say that 0.4 n is equal to 34. Yes or no? From this I can say that n is equal to 34 by 0.4. Yes or no? Now if you are going to simplify this one, and look here, many of them get confused here again. To simplify this, need not worry about simplification. Actually it is 0.5. Forget about 0. And let us say only 4. If it is 4, then what happened? 4 8 times will be 32. Yes or no? 4 8 times 32. And again you are left with 2 more. 2 by 4 is how much? 2 by 4 is like 0.5. Yes or no? Actually it is going to be 8.5. Okay, when if it is 4, but this is not 4, this is 0.4. Now the value of n is going to be 85, which means n is nothing but 85. So number of wickets taken by him before the last match. Before the last match, it is nothing but 85. So answer is like 85. If the question is like number of wickets taken by him till the last match, means then it should be 85 plus 5. Yes or no? Which is going to be 90. When if the question is number of wickets taken by him till the last match, but here the question is not about number of wickets taken by him till the last match. Here the question is about number of wickets taken by him before the last match. As it is before the last match, you need to find the value of n. N value you came to know it as 85. Okay, this is how you can solve these type of questions. Now if you observe here, whenever you have questions in this way, you need not do all this calculation also. If you want, you can solve these type of questions much easier. You not do this calculations also. You can do these type of questions directly. Either you can do in this way or you can do directly also. If you look here, what is the initial average? Initial average is like 12.4. Okay, and what happened in one match? What happened is like he has given 26 runs. He has given 26 runs and he took 5 wickets. Due to this, what happened? Average reduced by how much? 0.4. That is reason what you will do is like from initial average subtract the reduced average. So 12.4 by 0.4 is nothing but 12. Now what you need to do? Multiply this number with the number of wickets. Multiply this number with number of wickets. 12 into 5. 12 into 5 is like 60. Now from this 60, subtract this number of runs. Number of runs is like 26. So 60 by 26 is nothing but 34. Now what you need to do is like divide this 34 by change in average. Change in average is 0.4. So now divide it by 0.4. Now when you're going to calculate it, it is going to be 85, which is same as whatever the answer you got earlier. Okay. Either you can go with this procedure or you can do the calculation whatever I have done here. Simply what you need to do is like from initial bowling average, whatever the reduced average you have, subtract it, and the resultant value should be multiplied with the number of wickets. Now from that number you need to reduce the number of runs you have, 26 runs. After reducing that, again you need to divide it with the change in bowling average. If you are going to do that, then you are going to get your answer. Okay. Now whatever the answer you are going to get, it is nothing but number of wickets before the last match. If you need till the last match, then you need to add the extra wickets. Okay. Let us look at the next one. In this question, if you look, the bowling average of a cricketer was 12.4. So bowling average is 12.4. He improves his bowling average by 0.2. He improves his bowling average by 0.2, which means now his bowling average is going to be 12.2. When he takes 5 wickets for 26 runs. Okay, 26 runs in his last match. The number of wickets taken by him, look here, again it is before the last match. Okay, simple. What I have told you, multiply this with directly. 12.2 into 5. 12.2 into 5 is nothing but 61. From this 61, subtract these runs. Subtract the runs. Runs are like 26. When you subtract this, 61 minus 26, it is going to be 35. Yes or no? Now what you have to do? This 35 has to be divided with change in average. Change in average is 0.2. So 35 divided by 0.2. 35 divided by 0.2. Look here, this is nothing but directly n value. N value is nothing but 35 divided by 0.2. Now don't get confused here. If it is 35 by 2, now it is going to be 17.5. When if it is 35 by 2, but it is not 35 by 2, it is 35 by 0.2. That is reason it is going to be 175, which means number of wickets taken by him before the last match is going to be 175. If we ask till the last match, then you need to add this 5 extra and you need to say 175 plus y, which is going to be 180. When he asked the question till the last match, if he asked till the last match, then you need to add the extra wickets. If the question is like before the last match, you can directly say it as 175. Okay. This is how you can solve whenever you have questions based upon bowling average. Just simple. Observe here carefully. This is initial average. This is like improved average. So 12.4 minus 0.2, this is like 12.2. Now this 12.2 should be multiplied with number of wickets. Now whatever the resultant value you are going to get, from this you need to subtract the number of runs. When you are going to subtract the number of runs, you will get a resultant value. Now this resultant value should be divided with change in average. When you divide that, then automatically you get number of wickets taken by them before the last match. So before the last match, if you need till last match, then you need to add that extra wickets. Okay. Let us look at the next one. In this question, the cricketer whose bowling average is 24.85 runs per wicket takes 5 wickets for 52 runs and thereby decreases his average by 0.85. The number of wickets taken by him till the last match. Now look here, this question is like till the last match. In the previous questions, it is about before the last match. Now it is till the last match, which means whatever the wickets that was taken till the last match, you need to answer. Okay, look here, initial bowling average is 24.85. Okay, now what happened? He takes 5 wickets for how many runs? For 52 runs, he is going to take 5 wickets. Due to that, average reduces by 0.85. As average reduces by 0.85, now this is going to be 24. Yes or no? Now what you need to do? You need to multiply this with the number of wickets. When you multiply it with number of wickets, 24 into 5, it is going to be 120. From this 120, you need to subtract number of runs. So 120, if you're going to subtract number of runs, it is going to be how much? 68. Now what you need to do? If you need to find the value of n, then the 68 has to be divided with change in average. Change in average is nothing but 0.85. So 0.85. Now look here, even to calculate this, you need not worry. If it is like 8 times 64, yes or no? 8 times 64, which means now this is not 8, it is 0.85, which means it is going to cancel here. How many times means 80 times, yes or no? Why? Because if it is 68 divided by 8, if it is 68 divided by 8, then what you would be saying? If it is 68 divided by 8 times it is going to be 64, yes or no? But it is not 8, it is nothing but 0.85, yes or no? That is the reason if you calculate this, 68 by 0.85 is nothing but 80, which means n value is 80. But don't forget, this is not the answer. Your answer is nothing but till the last match. As it is till the last match, now this is nothing but n value. So as he has taken 5 wickets extra, so n plus 5 is going to be 80 plus 5, which is going to be 85, which means answer for this question is going to be 85. Okay, as simple as that. But don't forget, whenever you're trying to solve these questions, cross check whether it is before the last match or till the last match. If it is before the last match, you need to say the value of n. But if it is till the last match, you need to add the number of wickets whatever you have taken in the last match. Okay, if you want, you can solve the same question using the concept whatever left hand side difference, right hand side difference. You can solve it in the same way also. Let us do it. If it is like n wickets, average is going to be 24.85. Okay, n wickets. Now what happened? He is going to take 5 wickets extra. Then average is reduced by 0.85. Average reduces by 0.85, which means new average is going to be 24. Okay, and this is going to happen when if he is going to give 52 runs and if he is taking 5 wickets, then this is happening. Now look here, calculate it. Left hand side difference. Left hand side difference is how much? Plus 5. Now plus 5 into 24 is nothing but 120. Similarly, minus 0.85 n, minus 0.85 n, and this value should be equal to 52. Yes or no? From this we can say that 0.85 n is equal to 120 minus 52. This is nothing but 68. So from this what I can say, 0.85 n is equal to 68. So n value is nothing but 68 by 0.85, which is nothing but this is 80. If n value is 80, what is your question? Number of wickets taken till last match. Till last match means n plus 5. If n value is 80, it is going to be 80 plus 5, which is 85. Okay, so answer is going to be 85. So either you can do all this calculation, you can get the answer, or else you can just follow whatever I have told you earlier. Simply take the change in average, and whatever the resultant value you are going to get, multiplied with the number of wickets. Then the resultant number should be subtracted from the number of runs, and whatever the value you are going to get, finally it has to be divided with the change in average. When you do that, you will get the answer. But don't forget that answer is something but n. N means number of wickets taken by them before last match. But if the question is like number of wickets taken till the last match, then you need to add the extra wickets whatever that was taken by them. Okay, so this is how you will solve questions based upon bowling average. Okay, let us discuss some more questions based upon cricket innings. Let us look at the question. In the first 10 overs of a cricket game, the run rate was only 3.2. The run rate in the remaining 40 overs to reach the target of 282 runs is. Now this is like very simple question, and even this format of questions comes in examination. Look here, what it is saying for the first 10 overs. For the first 10 overs, what is the run rate? Run rate is 3.2, which means the runs they have scored in the first 10 overs is only 32 runs. Now actual target is 282. Out of these 282 runs, how many runs was scored in first 10 overs? Only 32 runs are scored, which means the remaining balance is 250 runs. Now this 250 runs has to be completed in 40 overs. If this 250 runs has to be completed in 40 overs, then what should be the run rate? That is our question. Yes or no? If you look here, 0 and 0 gets cancelled. 4 6 times, it's 24, and you're left with one remainder. 1 by 4 is nothing but 0.25, which means the required run rate is nothing but 6.25. Very simple question. Even these type of questions comes in examination. Okay, let us look at the similar pattern of question. In a 20 overs match, the required run rate to win is 7.2. If the run rate is 6 at the end of 15th over, the required run rate to win the match is. If they need to win the match, what should be the required run rate? Let us look at that. So total overs are 20 overs. In this 20 overs, required run rate is 7.2, which means total runs scored by the team is nothing but 144. Now total runs scored is 144. Out of this 144, it is said that in 15 overs, already 15 overs was completed and the run rate is 6, which means the runs scored is 90 runs. Out of 144, 90 runs was already scored, which means they need to score 54 more runs. Now these 54 more runs should be completed in how many overs? In how many overs means 5 overs. Yes or no? Now what should be the required run rate means 5 10 times it is going to be 50, and left out with remainder 4. 4 by 5 is nothing but 0.8, which means the required run rate is going to be 10.8 runs per over. Okay, very simple questions, and even these type of questions comes in examination. Let us look at the next one. The average run rate of a cricket team during the first 20 overs is 4.5. What should be the asking run rate per over for the next 30 overs if it has to chase a target of 282 runs in total? So total target is 282 runs. Out of that, it is said in the first 20 overs, run rate is 4.5, which means in the first 20 overs, 90 runs was completed. So out of total 282 runs, already they have scored 90 runs. Now what are the remaining balance? Remaining balance is nothing but 192 runs. Now this 192 runs has to be scored in remaining overs. Remaining overs are how many? 30 overs remaining. So 30 overs remaining. So cancel it. 36 times is going to be 180. Yes or no? After that you are left with 12 remainder. 12 by 30 is same as 2 by 5. So 2 by 5 is nothing but 0.4. So we can say that required run rate is going to be 6.4 runs per over. Very simple questions. These type of questions comes in examination. So what you need to do is like just read the question carefully, understand the question carefully, then solving these type of questions will become really simple. Let us look at the next one. In a one-day match of 50 overs in an innings, the team A had a run rate of 5.3 runs per over. Team B is playing and 5 overs are left, and the required run rate to tie the match is 7.2 per over. To match the score of Team A, what is Team B score? So we are supposed to find what is Team B score. Let us look at that. Actually, if you observe here, total overs are 50 overs. Yes or no? And Team A had a run rate of 5.3. If Team A had a run rate of 5.3, then the total number of runs scored is going to be 250 plus 15, that is nothing but 265 runs. Yes or no? Out of these 265 runs, it is said that Team B is playing and 5 overs are left, and the required run rate is 7.2, which means in these 5 overs they need to maintain a run rate of 7.2. So they need to complete how many runs means 7.2 into 5, that is nothing but 36. They need 36 more runs. Out of 265, if they need 36 more runs means now they are having a score of 229. Now even your question is saying what is Team B score? So Team B's score is nothing but 229 runs. Okay. So this is how you will solve whenever you have questions based upon this pattern. Now this pattern are like very simple. Just what you need to do is like whenever you have questions in this way, read the question clearly. Once if you are able to read the question clearly and if you are able to understand it, then solving these type of questions will become really simple. So all you guys what you need to do is like you need to practice them a lot. once if you're going to practice them a lot and if you're going to understand the question, then solving all these type of questions will become simple. So simple thing is like I am going to share you all the different type of questions that are going to come in different competitive examinations. But what all you guys need to do is like you have to practice them for multiple number of times. Once if you are going to practice them for multiple number of times, by learning the concept, then solving any type of questions in examination will become really easy for you. Okay.
If you're a serious aspirant and if you're looking for right platform to achieve your dream job, immediately download Chandan app. For more details, contact below numbers. Thank you. All the best.